Right, right, it's like 6 something in the morning anyway, like I just woken up and for some reason I just woke up with a shot of inspiration. Look at my state of me. But anyway, that's irrelevant. Yeah, and just quick message that I thought was irrelevant before I have to get up and wash my face and stuff is the aspect. Do you know in my last video I was just talking about wasted time and wasted energy and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, everyone's got a list of goals that you should try and achieve and stuff like that. But don't think that, how do I put it? A lot of people are trying to juggle at the same time. Like they're trying to run before they can crawl. Like they saying, "Oh, I want a bit of home life. I want a bit of family. I want this job. I want food." Like even myself, I sometimes do it. Like we're making like this app and stuff like that. It's good. We're spreading yourself out too much. It's like imagine like all this energy and stuff. Like how to put it? You know how when you concentrate on energy, like you know, like when say that you're angry with somebody and you have that thought, that intensity, that fire, if you know what I mean, and that's because all of your attention, all of your thoughts, all everything that your perception is based upon is directed at that person. It's the same way like when you want to achieve something. Yes, it's good to have a list of goals and stuff, but you can't get the ball. You can't. Yeah, what's it called? You can't get the ball in the net unless you get up the field first. It's good to have big goals in that, but little goals make big goals. You can't just wake up one morning and say, "Oh, I'm gonna be an astronaut," and by 6 o'clock be an astronaut. Do you know what I mean? There's training, there's preparation. You have to put in the groundwork. It's not just gonna happen overnight and stuff like that. So what I'm saying to people is, to achieve your big goals, you need to sometimes be like a laser beam. And what I'm saying by that is, laser beam is just concentrated light, isn't it? It's this thought, that thought, or and this is just metaphor talk and perception. And say this is the target, and when you're put all your energy into this target, you're not just gonna hit the target. You're gonna burn straight through it. Do you know what I mean? And it's then onto the next one and onto the next one. So what I'm saying to people is, people are getting a bit frustrated of lately and stuff from that. If what you're doing seems not to be working, maybe it's that you're spreading yourself out too thinly. You're trying to juggle 10 balls, like you're trying to be the circus clown when you haven't even learned how to juggle yet. Do you get what I mean? So what I'm saying to people is, do not give up on the series of goals, not by any means, but lay the groundwork. You know what I mean? Think of it like a roof of a house. Before you can put the tiles on and it looks good outside, you have to obviously put down the sheeting and stuff first. So yeah, I'm saying what I'm saying to people. So this is like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to be on point right about now. But what I'm saying to people is, don't lose your focus and don't waste your energy on stuff that's irrelevant. Say like if like I'm doing this now. I could either choose no time hours to turn on the TV and waste a good half hour just watching mind numbing news and stuff like that, or I could spend it half an hour either doing a talk, writing as usual in my bed 6 in the morning, um, watching videos, this sort of stuff. So what I'm saying to people is, don't waste your time, don't waste your energy. Prepare when you wake up in the morning. Prepare a goal for yourself. Don't say I want to do this, and this. Set one goal, and once you start to achieve that and stuff, then the next day set like 2 little goals, and after you've done that for a week, then 3. But then you'll realise you won't get to the 3 goals because the 2 goals, 2 little goals, will become one big goal. So I'm saying to people is, don't spread yourself out. Don't be like one of them loose girls who's trying to do everything and anything. Show. Imagine the game's like your husband. Show it that you got a bit of substance. Show it that you're wifey material. And trust me, like these goals will come to you. You'll start attracting people. It's like, I don't mean to sound big headed and stuff now. That all the amount of followers and amount of big heads, like people that wouldn't even have looked at me before, that are following my Instagram and getting inboxes and asking me to come down to London and stuff like that. It's all because I set little goals, and when I was pushing myself, because at first I thought it was scary and daunting. I was wasting energy saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But when it came down to it, I always make an excuse, I always make a detour, put my energy into something else. So now for now when I like wake up or stuff like that, or I set myself a deadline. Say if I'm not doing something and I know in my heart of hearts, like there's a lot of people out there who know they should be doing something. Set yourself a deadline, like I've done with this November the 20th thing. Say to yourself, listen, write down the date and say, look, by this time, no excuses, go. And then not just put it there. See, I'm one of them people, I can tell myself something, but when I tell somebody else something, I I have to stick to that, do you know what I mean? Because it's not just your word then, it just becomes your reputation, your face and stuff like that. So I'm saying to people, if you're waving and you don't know what to do, or you feel like the next day is going to slip in that, if you're like me, because one of my key weaknesses, that's a good point actually, use your key weaknesses as your strength. See, with me, I was scared to lose face. Still am nowadays. I'm a male, do you know what I mean? So if I told somebody I'm going to do something by this date, I'm going to do it by that date. For myself especially, but because I don't like people to prove me wrong. I don't like people to be able to say, oh, this guy said he was going to do this and he didn't accomplish it. I don't like people to have that advantage or that upper hand over me. It's not a strength thing, it's not a power play, or, do you know what I mean? It's just that I feel nowadays that if you cannot keep your word, or if you cannot keep a promise well, yeah, if you can't keep a promise or you can't do something that you're going to do or what you set out to do, then what is the point in having you around? Anybody can say, we're going to do this, or my aspiration is to do this, and this, and this. I've got a list of aspirations, but right about now, I'm focusing purely on this speaking thing, and then after the speaking thing, then there'll be apps, there'll be stuff like that. But for now, as I'm saying to people, focus your energy, focus on what you need to do. So when you wake up this morning, set a goal, even if it's just a little goal. By the end of today, by 8 o'clock today, I plan to da 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 da. And then next day, push yourself a bit further. By 7 o'clock today, I plan to do da 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 da. Because you have to get used to this uncomfortable bit. Do you know what I mean? You have to get used to this pressure. Because like I said in my other video, pressure turns coal into diamond. Some people can't take the heat, so they need to come out the kitchen. But if you can take the heat and you like a good sweat, then come into the sauna. Alright, I hope you're all having a good day anyway, and you woke up a bit more refreshed than me at 6 in the morning. Well, God bless. Ta-ra.